Okay, so in a Base of Fire Hubad, what's happening is he's striking me with the puño of the weapon, or he's striking me with the tip of the weapon, and I go into a counter, and then from there I lift that or pass that over. So what we're doing here now is what we consider a hubad. So I have my hand in front, and he has his hand. He's got to keep that hand monitoring. Anytime he lets that go, that's already going to hit him, or that's going to hit him. So he has to monitor that. I lift this up, I bring it across center line, and now I return. Now I let him have a turn. This is what we call I allow, and he allows me. So we're letting each other do this. So we're not executing anything yet. This is so that we establish the cycle and the rhythm so that other things can come out of this. So this is Base of Fire Hubad. So that's my hand catching, my hand lifting, my hand carrying across center line, my hand trapping, and then executing the strike. In reality, that thing would go whoosh, right? Or in reality, once I got to there, I would strike him with the puño, or the tip of the weapon, or the tip of the weapon. But for the training exercise only, we do that. That's the Base of Fire Hubad. Now, if I want to, I change this hand to outside. So now I'm doing a pass, a lift, a trap, and that's what we refer to as Hubad number 2. Okay, and that could be a downward strike, and that forms Hubad number 2. Okay, and that's a parry and a hit. In reality, that click would be on his skull. Okay, but in the old days, we would always do a click and a hit, then a hit. But what happened is people kept getting hit in the head, and then people get mad and fights would break out in class. So we took those hits out, but originally Hubad would always have a hit here and then a comeback. So that would have a hit and a comeback. Click, click, that would go hit, that would click, representing the hand, and that would click on the head, right? And sometimes it would go click, 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 and that would insert speed, right? But you don't really need that, and also this sometimes would pull down, right, as you did that. So I would hook that, and this really becomes kind of violent hubad, and people start getting mad. So the hubads you learn today are somewhat more take them down in level of violence. But this still gives you a good sense of rhythm and timing, and that's your basic hubad. Anytime I want, I put my hand on the outside, and that changes that from inside to outside. And anytime I want, I can one-hand it. And it's better if you have one person that metronomes, okay, or he provides a constant stimulus, and I'm allowed to play. That's what we call play to learn. And that's what the hubads and sombratas are for. They're play-to-learn drills, so that you can learn to execute something from a moving cycle with a trusted training partner. You don't want to do it with someone who's constantly banging you and hitting your knuckles and hitting your head and hitting your knee. But we know all of those strikes are possible, but we don't execute them. Then as we develop a good rapport, one of us gets to play out of the rhythm and the other one stays in the rhythm. But that's a Base of Fire Hubad, and that's what we're showing on this video.